Chosen one, stop everything you are doing right now and listen carefully, because what I am about to tell you is not random. It is not motivational talk, and it is not just another message passing through your screen. Within the next 24 hours, I am sending someone to your door. Not symbolically, not spiritually only, but physically, literally, tangibly. Someone is going to show up in your life, and when they do, everything you thought was delayed, everything you thought was blocked, everything you thought was never going to happen is about to shift all at once. This is not a message you scroll past. This is not something you half listen to. This is preparation. And if you miss this preparation, you risk misunderstanding what I am about to deliver. Right now, as you are reading this, there is a person already in motion toward you. They do not know it yet. They believe they are following their own idea. They think it is coincidence. They think it is timing. But I have been orchestrating this encounter for months. Every step, every delay, every detour in both of your lives has been aligning toward this exact moment, and now the convergence point has arrived. Within the next 24 hours, your path and their path are going to cross in a way that alters the trajectory of your entire life, and you need to be spiritually, mentally, and emotionally ready for it. Do not assume you already know what this meeting will look like. Do not start guessing who this person is. Do not limit what I am about to do by your past experiences, because this person is not from your past trying to re-enter your life. This is not an old connection returning with regret. This is not someone who overlooked you suddenly realizing your value. This is someone new, someone I have been preparing in a completely different environment, under completely different pressure, through completely different lessons. And yet, everything they have been learning and everything you have been learning has been designed to intersect at this exact moment. Because what you carry and what they carry, when combined, produces something neither of you could create alone. This is why I have been preparing you the way I have. This is why certain people had to leave. This is why certain doors had to close. This is why things you thought would last did not. I was clearing space. I was removing distractions. I was making sure that when this person arrives, there would be room for them, clarity to recognize them, and maturity to steward what they bring. Every disappointment was not punishment, it was preparation. Every delay was not denial, it was alignment. Every season of loneliness was not abandonment, it was refinement. Now hear this clearly. The person I am sending is not necessarily a romantic connection. It could be, but it might also be a business partner. It might be a mentor. It might be someone carrying information you desperately need. It might be someone who opens a door you did not even know existed. It might be someone who speaks one sentence that unlocks confusion you have carried for years. The category does not matter. The assignment does. This person carries something that has been assigned specifically for you, and you carry something that has been assigned specifically for them. When the exchange happens, acceleration begins. If something in your spirit just became alert, if you feel that quiet internal yes rising up, type "I am ready" in the comments. Not because the words are magic, but because agreement matters, readiness matters, your willingness to receive matters. Now let me explain how I have been preparing you without you realizing it. Every relationship that ended was not failure, it was preparation.
Every door that slammed shut was not rejection, it was redirection. Every time you felt misunderstood, unseen, or overlooked, it was teaching you discernment, so you would recognize the real thing when it arrived. I was training you not to settle for proximity when you were created for alignment. I was teaching you not to confuse attention with assignment. You have been restless lately. You have felt like you were waiting for something, but you could not explain what. Like you were supposed to be somewhere else, but you do not know where. Like you were supposed to meet someone, but you do not know who. That restlessness is not anxiety. It is anticipation. Your spirit can sense what your mind cannot yet see. In the spiritual realm, this meeting has already taken place, and now it is manifesting into physical reality. That is why you feel alert. That is why you feel like something is about to happen. When I send someone to your door, it is never random. I calculate timing. I position people. I align circumstances. I orchestrate environments. And more than that, I prepare hearts. I do not send connections before maturity. I do not release assignments before capacity. If I sent this person earlier, you would have missed them or mishandled them. So I waited, not to frustrate you, but to protect what I was building. I have been sharpening your discernment because this person might not look like what you expected. They might not sound like what you imagined. They might arrive in an ordinary moment, in an ordinary place, through an ordinary conversation, but something in you will recognize them. You will feel a shift. You will sense weight. You will know, without knowing how you know, that this is not random. Trust that knowing. Do not talk yourself out of it. Do not let logic override discernment. I have also been expanding your capacity. The pressure you survived did not crush you. It stretched you. The overwhelm did not break you. It enlarged you. You were not falling apart. You were being prepared to hold more. And now you can. Now you have room for what this encounter unlocks. And I have been purifying your motives. I needed to know that when this person arrives, you will not cling to them out of desperation, that you will not try to use them to fill a void, that you will not turn them into an idol. So I taught you how to be whole alone. I stripped away neediness. I removed dependency. I showed you how to stand on your own so you can walk together in strength. If this message is confirming what you have been sensing but could not articulate, engage with it. This message is not just for you. It is reaching others who are also in their appointed window. Now understand this. The meeting itself might seem small. It might be brief. It might last minutes, but the impact will echo for years. Something will be exchanged that takes time to fully unpack, and only later will you realize there is a clear before and after. Before that person showed up. After, everything changed. But there is resistance coming, distraction, doubt, busyness. The enemy will try to make you miss this, to rush you, to cloud your awareness, to convince you it was nothing. Stay present, stay alert, stay open. The next 24 hours matter. This is your preparation.
Chosen one. Now that you understand the weight of what is approaching, I need you to hear this next part with even greater attention, because what happens after the encounter is just as important as recognizing it. Many people receive divine appointments but fail to steward them properly. They recognize the moment, but they mishandle the aftermath. And I am not bringing you this far just for you to fumble what I am about to place in your hands. When this person shows up, the meeting itself may feel surprisingly ordinary. There may be no thunder, no dramatic announcement, no obvious sign in the natural. It may happen in a place you go every day, a store, a workplace, a casual setting, a simple introduction. Do not underestimate ordinary moments. I specialize in disguising destiny in familiarity. What looks small on the surface often carries massive consequence underneath. The significance of this encounter will not be measured by how dramatic it feels in the moment, but by how deeply it impacts you afterward. You may walk away thinking it was just an interesting conversation. You may think it was nice timing. You may even forget about it for a few hours, but then something will begin to happen. Their words will replay in your mind. Something they said will keep resurfacing. A question they asked will not leave you alone. A suggestion they made will begin to connect dots you could not connect before. That is how you will know this was not coincidence. The impact will be disproportionate to the interaction. 5 minutes will unlock 5 years. One sentence will shift an entire season. This is because the person I am sending is not just carrying information, they are carrying authorization. There are things you have wanted to do but did not feel permission to pursue. There are directions you sensed but did not have confirmation to follow. There are ideas you buried because no one validated them. This person is coming with keys, and when keys are placed in your hand, doors respond. But hear me clearly. Keys only work if you are willing to use them. After this encounter, you will have choices to make. Movement will be required. Obedience will be necessary. Courage will be demanded. This is not a moment that allows passivity. This is not a season where you wait and see. This is a pivot point, and what you do next determines how far the ripple travels. Some of you have been praying for momentum. This is it. Some of you have been asking for clarity. This is it. Some of you have been waiting for confirmation before you move. This is it. But confirmation without action becomes frustration. So when this encounter happens, do not delay responding. Do not overanalyze. Do not talk yourself out of obedience. What I open in this window requires movement while the grace is active. Now let me warn you about something subtle. After the meeting, doubt will try to creep in quietly. Not loud resistance, subtle questioning. You will start wondering if you imagined the significance. You will ask yourself if you are exaggerating. You will hear thoughts telling you not to read too much into it. That voice is not wisdom. That voice is fear disguised as logic. Do not let it shrink what I just expanded.
I am telling you in advance so you are not caught off guard. The enemy cannot stop the meeting, so he will try to minimize the meaning. He will try to convince you to treat sacred things casually. He will attempt to rob the encounter of its authority by convincing you it was ordinary. Resist that. Hold what you receive with reverence. Do not rush to explain it away. Here's another thing you must understand. This person is not coming to replace me in your life. They are not coming to become your source. They are not coming to take my place. They are a vessel, not the origin, a conduit, not the supply. If you elevate them beyond their assignment, you will distort the connection. Honor the role without idolizing the person. This is why I emphasized wholeness earlier. You are not meeting from lack, you are meeting from alignment. Two whole people converging create multiplication. Two broken people clinging create destruction. I have not been healing you just to throw you into dysfunction. I have been stabilizing you so this connection can remain clean. Let me tell you how you will recognize alignment. Conversation will feel effortless. There will be no performance, no posturing, no pressure to impress. You will feel permission to be yourself. You will notice that they speak to parts of you that most people overlook. They will see value where others saw confusion, potential where others saw delay, assignment where others saw problems. And on their side, they will feel it too. They will feel unusually open with you. They may share things they do not normally share with strangers. They may leave the interaction thinking about you longer than expected. That is because recognition is mutual in divine appointments. When I connect assignments, both sides feel the pull. Do not rush to define the relationship immediately. Do not label it too fast. Let it breathe. Let it unfold. Some connections are meant to mature over time. Others activate quickly. Discernment will tell you the pace. Pay attention to peace. Peace will guide you more accurately than excitement ever could. Now, let me explain why timing is so critical. This encounter is not isolated. It is the first domino. When it falls, others follow. One door opens, then another. One conversation leads to another. One introduction creates access to another environment. Momentum compounds quickly once alignment is activated. This is why preparation took so long. Everything had to be lined up precisely so that once it began, it could sustain itself. If I released this sequence prematurely, it would collapse under its own weight. So I waited. I strengthened you. I refined you. I clarified you. And now the system is ready to receive acceleration. Here is what I need you to do emotionally when this happens. Do not suppress what you feel. If you feel nervous, that is not fear, that is recognition. If you feel emotional, that is not weakness, that is release. If you feel overwhelmed, that does not mean you are unprepared. It means you are stepping into something larger than your previous frame of reference. Allow yourself to feel it without needing to control it. But do not mistake emotion for instruction. Feeling confirms significance. Obedience confirms outcome. Stay grounded, stay present, stay attentive. I also need you to document what happens. Write it down, capture details. Not because you need proof for others, but because later, when this encounter has produced fruit, you will look back and realize how intentional every detail was. Memory fades, but written testimony anchors faith. Chosen one, the next 24 hours are not about striving. They are about availability. They are not about forcing encounters. They are about awareness. Live normally, but attentively. Move naturally, but consciously. Trust that I am guiding both sides simultaneously. You are not chasing this meeting. It is being delivered to you. And when it arrives, remember this: you were prepared for this. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not unqualified. You are right on time. Everything you endured was shaping you for this exact convergence point. This is not hype. This is alignment. Stay ready, chosen one. Now I need you to understand what is happening beneath the surface. Because while you are preparing on the outside, there is an entire sequence unfolding in the unseen realm. What you are about to experience is not just a meeting between two people. It is an intersection of assignments. It is a collision of timelines. It is a moment where preparation meets permission. And moments like this are rare, intentional, and irreversible. When this person steps into your life, you are not just receiving them, you are stepping into a new phase of responsibility. Up to now, much of your journey has been about formation, about endurance, about purification, about learning how to stand when nothing was clear and no one was clapping. But after this encounter, the focus shifts. Formation gives way to function. Preparation gives way to execution. And that is why the weight you have been feeling lately has been increasing. You have been sensing pressure without understanding why. That pressure is not resistance, it is readiness. Let me say this plainly. This encounter marks the end of a chapter where you were hidden and the beginning of a chapter where you are activated. Not exposed recklessly, not pushed prematurely, but positioned intentionally. And that transition always comes with intensity, because visibility requires responsibility, and responsibility requires maturity. You may notice after this meeting that things begin to move faster than before. Decisions will need to be made quicker. Opportunities will require prompt responses. Conversations will carry more weight. This does not mean you are losing control. It means grace is accelerating the process. What once took months will begin to take weeks. What once took weeks will begin to take days. That is how momentum works when alignment is present. But with acceleration comes testing, not to stop you, but to stabilize you. After this encounter, you will notice small tests of character, subtle opportunities to compromise, quiet moments where ego tries to rise. These are not random, they are checks, and how you respond determines how much I can trust you with next. Stay humble, stay teachable, stay anchored. Remember, gifts open doors, but character keeps them open. I also need to prepare you for the emotional recalibration that follows divine alignment.
After years of waiting, striving, and enduring, relief can feel unfamiliar. Peace can feel suspicious. Momentum can feel destabilizing if you are used to survival mode. You may catch yourself bracing for disappointment even when things are going well. Be aware of that. That is residue from old seasons. Do not let past pain sabotage present provision. You are allowed to enjoy alignment without fear. You are allowed to receive without guilt. You are allowed to move forward without constantly looking back. This season does not require you to bleed to prove your sincerity. It requires you to trust. Now let me talk to you about discernment after the encounter. Just because one door opens does not mean every door that follows is meant for you. Momentum attracts noise. Attention attracts imitation. Once alignment becomes visible, distractions will present themselves disguised as opportunity. This is why intimacy with me must deepen, not diminish. Stay close, stay listening. Do not assume speed replaces guidance. Speed must remain submitted to wisdom. The person I am sending is a catalyst, not a controller. They activate movement, but they do not dictate every step. You will still need to choose wisely. You will still need to consult me. Do not outsource discernment just because someone arrives with clarity. Honor the gift without surrendering your authority. There is something else you need to know. This connection is not just about what you gain, it is also about what you give. You are carrying something they need just as much as they are carrying something you need. This is mutual, balanced, intentional. And when you recognize that, it removes pressure. You are not being evaluated, you are being aligned. Do not diminish what you bring to the table. Do not downplay your experience, your insight, your resilience. Everything you survived equipped you. Everything you endured trained you. Nothing was wasted. You are not behind them. You are not less than them. You are complementary. Together, balance is created. Now let me address timing again, because some of you are still wrestling internally. You are wondering why it had to take this long, why the waiting was so painful, why the silence felt so heavy. Here is the truth. Delay was protection. If this connection had happened earlier, you would have leaned instead of stood. You would have attached instead of aligned. You would have confused access with assignment. I needed you strong, not desperate, clear, not confused, whole, not fractured. So forgive the past season. Release resentment toward the waiting. Stop replaying what could have been. You are not late, you are precise, and precision matters at this level. After this encounter, you will begin to notice a shift in how people respond to you. Some will be drawn closer, others will drift away. Do not panic. Alignment always creates separation. Not everyone can go where you are going. Not everyone is assigned to the next phase. Letting go will be required again, but this time it will feel different, less painful, more peaceful, because you will understand why. And yes, resistance will increase externally, even as clarity increases internally. When movement begins, opposition notices. But do not misinterpret resistance as a sign you are off track. Often it is confirmation you are on it. Stay grounded. Do not react emotionally. Respond strategically. Now I need to speak directly to your mindset. Do not rush the outcome. Do not demand immediate results. Seeds activate before fruit appears. Honor process. Let things unfold. Some connections mature quickly, others deepen over time. Both are valid. Let peace, not impatience, set the pace.
And one more thing, protect this connection, not through secrecy born of fear, but through wisdom born of maturity. Everyone does not need access to what is forming. Opinions can contaminate alignment. Too many voices can distort clarity. Be selective, be intentional. Share wisely. Chosen one, what is coming is not fragile.
but it is formative. How you steward the early stages matters. Do not overexpose. Do not overexplain. Do not underappreciate. You are stepping into a chapter where obedience produces visibility, and visibility requires restraint. Walk carefully but confidently. You are not guessing anymore. You are responding. If you feel the gravity of this season, that is good. It means you understand the weight of assignment. But do not let weight turn into pressure. Grace carries what responsibility introduces. Everything you need for what is next will be supplied when it is needed, not before. Trust timing, trust provision, trust alignment. The convergence is not just happening around you, it is happening within you. Old mindsets are dissolving, old limits are breaking, old ceilings are lifting. You are becoming someone who can sustain what is coming. Stay present, stay humble, stay obedient. The sequence is still unfolding. Chosen one, now we come to the closing instruction, because everything I have told you until now has been preparation, but this final part is activation. This is where understanding must turn into posture. This is where awareness must turn into obedience. This is where knowing something is coming must turn into living like it is already in motion. From the moment you finish reading this message, your posture matters. How you carry yourself matters. How you speak matters. How you listen matters. Because you are no longer just waiting, you are positioned. And when positioning is complete, alignment responds quickly. Let me remind you again. Someone is already moving toward you, not hypothetically, not eventually, now. Their steps are being directed, their timing is being adjusted, their decisions are being nudged. You may not see it, but coordination is happening at a level you cannot interfere with. That is why you must not strive. That is why you must not chase. What is assigned to you does not require pursuit. It requires availability. This is why I told you to clear space, not just in your schedule, but in your mind. Clear mental clutter. Release overthinking. Let go of rehearsed outcomes. If you are too full of assumptions, you will miss revelation. If you are too busy predicting, you will overlook presence. Simplicity is your advantage in this window. When this person arrives, do not interrogate the moment. Do not pressure it to prove itself. Do not demand immediate explanation. Let the encounter be what it is. Sacred things reveal themselves gradually. The need to define everything immediately is rooted in insecurity, not discernment. Peace unfolds. Fear rushes. Follow peace. Now I want to speak to the fear some of you are still carrying. The fear that says, "What if I miss it?" Hear me. You will not miss what you are aligned with. Anxiety about missing is a sign of striving, not calling. If you stay present, open, and obedient, what is meant for you will recognize you just as clearly as you recognize it. You do not have to scan every face desperately. You do not have to analyze every interaction suspiciously. Just be yourself, fully, honestly, authentically. Alignment responds to authenticity. Masks block recognition. The person I am sending is not looking for a performance. They are responding to essence. And let me say this clearly. This person is not arriving to overwhelm you. They are not arriving to complicate your life. They are not arriving to destabilize you. They are arriving to confirm direction, not create chaos. If something brings confusion, pressure, or fear, pause. Alignment carries clarity, even when it stretches you. After the encounter, there will be a quiet moment, a moment where you reflect, where you replay the conversation, where you feel something settle deep inside you. That moment matters. Do not ignore it. That is integration. That is where revelation sinks into understanding. Give yourself space to process, Do not rush back into noise. And then, slowly, you will begin to see evidence, small confirmations at first, a door cracking open, a conversation aligning unexpectedly, a resource appearing, momentum beginning to build. Do not despise small beginnings. This is how large shifts announce themselves. Let me also tell you something important. Not everyone around you will understand this shift. Some people will feel confused by your clarity. Some will feel threatened by your calm. Some will feel uncomfortable with your movement. Do not explain yourself. Do not seek permission. Alignment does not require consensus. Silence will protect you more than explanation ever could. You are entering a season where restraint is wisdom, where selectivity is strength, where discernment must guide access. Everyone does not get front row seating to what is unfolding. This is not secrecy born of fear. This is stewardship born of maturity. And now, let me address your identity in this moment. You are not lucky. You are not favored randomly. You are not chosen because you are better. You are chosen because you were willing to endure, willing to stay when others quit, willing to trust when nothing made sense, willing to grow when comfort was available. That willingness positioned you. This is not entitlement. This is responsibility. What comes next will require consistency, showing up, following through, staying grounded when things begin to work. Success can be more destabilizing than struggle if identity is not anchored. Stay anchored. Remember who you are. Remember where you came from. Remember who carried you when no one else did. Gratitude guard you. Gratitude keeps alignment clean. Now hear this final truth. This encounter is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a new level. There will be more preparation, more learning, more refining, but now it happens from movement, not stagnation, from engagement, not isolation, from partnership, not solitude. And you will look back on this 24-hour window and realize it was a hinge moment, a quiet turning point, a subtle shift that changed everything. So stay ready, stay present, stay open. Do not rush ahead. Do not lag behind. Walk in step. The door is opening. The meeting is set. The sequence is active. Chosen one, receive this with humility. Steward it with wisdom. Move with obedience. What I am doing in your life is not fragile. It is intentional. It is precise. It is timed. And it has already begun.